My name is Alejandra Garcia, and this is my interpersonal communication project from my Human Services class, Liberty University, HSER 509. I want to talk a little bit about the introduction that involves how my identity and my background, as well as my discovery health results, influence my overall performance as a communicator. There are two things that will definitely affect the way that I communicate with others. One of them will be my identity, the way that I am, and obviously my background, all the information that comes back from my childhood. In my discovery health results, I obtained a score of 63, which is a good score, but it requires some level of improvement in my communication. Also, I want to define what is communication according to Stewart. According to Stewart, communication is a dynamic process. There is a sender and a receiver, and the conversation is happening to people. Conversations happen to people. We are involved. They're happening to us. And this is what Stewart's pretty much referring to as a dynamic process. In terms of my overarching goals identification, I have identifications. There are 3 goals. The first one is to better my communication skills, to achieve a better listening skills, and to become a better communicator in my interpersonal arena. I'm very aware that these 3 will have an impact on my relationships at work, my personal relationships, my intimate relationships, and my day-to-day in relationships. In terms of a launcher, the conversation, I want to be able to identify and have an awareness of where my weaknesses and strengths are. I want to be able to have a better assessment of my current personal communication skills and to know where I am at a certain level of the conversation, and understanding, being tuned how my behavioral blend is going to influence how I communicate with others. In terms of my behavioral blending, and according to the uniquely results, this is expected of my results. The personality blend given was DI, and according to this behavioral blend, I have some positive, obviously some positive and negative aspects of my personality, and also my communication skills. Some of the negatives will be that I'm a controlling person, I calculate things, I like to direct others, be dominant, and the positive aspects were I'm inspiring and I influence people, and I obviously frank and I interact with others. And according to what it is me, the results given by Uniquely You were DCI, in which I'm still a dominant, directing, cautious, spirited, and demanding person. These results were somewhat surprising to me, especially because I was not accustomed to see myself as a dominant person or direction person. In fact, when I'm in work, I try to be in the back scene of everything. I don't like to really be someone that is directing or being a supervisor of others. I was really not aware of that personality blend. And in terms of calculating, I thought maybe it has to do with setting plans and goals. I am very much like that. And inspiring to others also, I like to think that I'm setting examples for other people that things can be accomplished in life even if they seem very difficult. In terms of my barriers, I identified, as a communicator, I identified 3 main barriers that I have as a listener, as a communicator. The first one would be to interrupt while others are talking. I am a rescue type of listener, and I'm definitely an advisor. What am I going to do about this? Well, I'm going to try to obviously better my communication skills to become a level 1 rather than being in a level 2 or 3 in which I am right now. I want to be able to be aware and catch myself when I'm giving advice, and and use as a practice to ask the communicator when the communicator is giving some information to me, if the information is something that the person wants me to listen, or if they want me to give an opinion or advice about it. In terms of the identified noise pollutions, as Burley Allen said, noise pollutions are factors that can prevent you from listening effectively. As you know, there's two kinds of noise pollutions. We have the internal, and then we have the external. The internal are the ones that judging, when we judge the conversation or we judge others. Selective listening, especially my internal selective listening. I just hear what I want to hear, and I'm a biased listener. I like to judge the conversations and have a predetermined mind of what the person is saying. Some of the external pollutions identified are obviously the deadlines or pressure, clock watching, and my level of awareness in terms of being someone that I am a people's pleaser. What's my plan of action about this? I want to avoid being a rescuer or provide solutions to people that are communicating with me, to stop giving advice, and become much more empathetic about others' conversations and their problems. I want to be receptive more than trying to control a conversation. Another plan of action that I have is to watch my tone when I'm talking, and if it's how it is turning. Is it aggressive? Is it slow? How is it coming across? And I want to be able to continue conversations even if the conversations are bringing up some emotions or threats from my own issues. And I want to be able to be in tune with my verbal and nonverbal communication skills. At a personal level, I want to be able to increase my awareness, my self-confidence, and understand others' values much more so than I do now. This class has given me a very good level of awareness of where are my needs and my positive and negative strengths as a communicator, and the readings have been very enlightening in terms of the skills and techniques that one can use to better the communication skills. And I have enjoyed the examples of the examples in the books where some tools and examples are really easy reading and easy to understand. I want to be able to become a better listener and a communicator overall.